Yo, what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? I'm Ryan McCrary, owner of McCrary Financial Solutions. Hope everyone's having a great day. What is today? My days be all messed up, y'all. What is today? Tuesday? Hope everybody's having a great Tuesday, or whenever you see this. It's morning here in Philadelphia. I'm on my way downtown for a minute. But I just, I wanted to talk to y'all for a minute. So do me a favor, when you come on, type your name and where you're from. If you watch this on replay, type replay down, so I know that you watched it. So your name and where you're from, so I know who is in here. Shout out to everybody. So today I just want to talk about, what does financial freedom mean to you? So to a lot of people, it means a lot of different things. So, for me right now, the fact that I'm right now and I don't have to answer to anyone, that is the middle of the day, and I can do a video and talk to y'all. I can, put time into my business. I can meet with people. I can sell products and services. I basically can live my life. So to me, right now is priceless. Like literally being out in the middle of the day and being able to do whatever I want to do without having to be homeless, without having to not be able to eat, without having to do things that I don't want to do just for a check. I remember literally every day when I used to work in my 9 to 5, like I used to dread going there. Like literally, like Sundays would be the worst day for me because I knew come Monday I was going to be doing something that I didn't want to do. I was going to be in an environment that I didn't want to be in. It doesn't matter that I made good money. It doesn't matter that I had good benefits. It doesn't matter that I had a great total compensation package because every day I was miserable. So ask yourself, what does financial freedom mean to you? I think about a week ago, I put a post on Facebook. It said, like, financial literacy is not about having a lot of money. Financial literacy is not about having a lot of money. A lot of people got it. A lot of people didn't get it. Because, of course, I always talk about a lot of people got it. A lot of people didn't get it. Because, of course, I always talk about money and making smart financial decisions, financial literacy, wealth building. But that doesn't necessarily mean you have to have a lot of money, especially starting out. Financial literacy just means, like my book says, you take care of business first. Do you make smart financial decisions? So whether you make 10,000 a year or 100,000 a year or $1 million a year, out of everything you make, how much are you left with at the end of the year? Are you waiting until income tax season every year to have extra money in your tax season every year to have extra money in your pocket? Or, every time you get paid, no matter how much it is, you're putting some away in a savings account, into an investment account, maybe into a business, something like that. Let me know. You can make 30,000 a year and you can make very smart financial decisions. You could buy a house, number one. So you could save your money, buy a house outright so you have no mortgage. You could live in a place, you may think, okay, I have the money, even if you make 50,000 or 100,000, I have the money to live in a place where the rent is 2,000 a month. I have the money, but instead I'm going to live somewhere where it's only 700 a month. So that extra 1,300, I know I can put into an investment. I can put it in savings. I can have that money for when I want to go on vacation. If I see a business opportunity, I have extra money right there. Or if I have unexpected expense, a medical expense, a car expense, legal expense. So if you have an unexpected expense, your car breaks down and then you scrambling until 2 weeks so you get paid or asking family members, you could already have that money saved. To me, that's being financially literate. To me, being financially literate means that I spend more money on life insurance than I do cable. So how many of y'all have Comcast or cable, DirecTV, whatever it is? How much is your monthly bill? How much is your monthly bill? I remember at its high, I was paying like $250 a month in cable. Literally $250 a month, it look good, the X1 platform, yeah, it's nice, you get all the channels and on demand, and yeah, that stuff is nice, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, is that more important than life insurance premium? How many people that have cable, which is damn near everybody, I mean, a lot of people are going to Netflix and streaming and Hulu and stuff like that. So, but at the same time, how many people have cable? Does the equal amount of people that have cable have a life insurance policy? Let me know. I mean, from what I see, usually no. So to me, if you just have, you pay 20 and to get a, 100,000, quarter million dollar policy, it's really not as much money as you think. So let's say you pay 20, 30, 40, 50 a month for that, and you downsize your cable, you just have Netflix, but you only make, minimum wage. You make minimum wage, but you say, listen, now the little money I get, I'm gonna put a life insurance policy to have a $250,000 policy. I only got Netflix. I ain't got cable. I ain't got a lavish car. To me, that person's financially literate as opposed to the person that makes $1 million a year, but you spend $1.5 million a year keeping up with your lifestyle. So, you live in a place that's rented that you pay $5,000 a month. You got a nice, S500 band, X600 band that you pay, $2,500 a month. You know what I mean? You go into every nice restaurant, every sport event, every concert, stuff like that. You got the best pictures on Instagram. You take the best vacations, and everything looks good. But when at the end of the year, it costs you $1.5 million to live that lifestyle. So who's more financially literate? Now, if you just looked and see the person on Instagram or social media or, whatever, and you say, listen, damn, that person got a big house. That person got a nice ass car. That person, is in the nice circles and, great pictures and great environments and on the beach, in fucking Dubai or something, wherever. And you'll be like, damn, that person is winning. But you don't know that it cost them $1.5 million to live that lifestyle. So they may make millions of dollars, 100,000, whatever. But at the end of the year, they're at a loss. They're at a loss. And then God forbid something happens to them, they have no money to pass to their children, as opposed to the person that only made minimum wage. When they die, their children instantly get $250,000. Instantly get $250,000. So who's more financially literate? Let me know. And that's something I see, a lot of people, especially like, me, listen, I'll be honest, I come from a lot of street dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like people that getting money in the street, people that got money and cash, stuff like that. Listen, a lot of people listen. That's all, they know. So I don't judge. I don't, even though I wasn't necessarily heavy in that lifestyle per se, I've seen it. I've done some things, got in them shoes, wore them, wasn't a perfect fit, so I couldn't sport them. That's what Nas says. That's how I feel about the situation. Like I've done things, in the past, whatever. But I know people have cousins and friends that like really into that. I've seen people that, made $100,000, $200,000 off the street. Well, what I try to tell them now is like, at the end of the day, that street money is not real money. It's not real wealth. Because I done seen a lot of D-boys, God forbid, pass away that had money in the streets. But when they gone, their family has nothing. The family has nothing. So we need to be training ourselves and our children, our community on generational wealth and what wealth really means. A lot of people don't understand wealth. Being rich is a lot different than being wealthy. Cash is a lot different than having actual wealth. We need to be passing on wealth to our children through life insurance policies, through stock market investing, mutual funds, low-cost index funds, real estate, properties, trust accounts, commodities, gold, silver, precious metals, Bitcoin, all that type of stuff, not jewelry, not cars, not just homes that are not investment properties. Homes are good, of course, but if you just buy a house with the big ass mortgage, and that money, it's not like a duplex, whereas though you can be renting some now, it's not an investment property. Of course you want to own a home, but if your home is your best asset, as Robert Kiyosaki says, if your home is your greatest asset, then you're in trouble from a wealth perspective, wealth accumulation perspective, because let's say, you buy this nice big house that's worth $250,000 and, you put down 10, 20, 30,000 now. So you owe 200,000 on it, whatever, and then you pass away, God forbid, before it's paid off, your children may not get that property because it's still not paid off, or you may have some equity in it, based on the value and the debt owed, the difference between the value and the debt owed. You may have some equity, stuff like that. But at the same time, it's not the same as you having 5, 10 different investment properties that you can pass on that, still generates monthly cash flow from owning them, or they're paid off and you have Section 8, or, you still own them because you don't have a mortgage on them, or they still increase in value, stuff like that. But these are the conversations we need to be having. So my question is, what does financial freedom mean to you? And this is something that is subjective. Financial freedom to me is not going to be the same as you or anybody else. Financial freedom to me means having enough money to be able to do what I want, to be able to make a difference in the world, to be able to, not feel like someone else is controlling everything I want to do in the world. So that's just how I felt working in corporate America. It was like, having these monthly meetings, monthly meetings to see if you're green or you're red or you're on track or you need help, stuff like that. And him telling me what he thought would be good for me for my career. And I'm like, you don't know what's better for my career than me. On the surface, you may think something else, but you don't really know me. You don't know what I'm capable of. Who would have thought I could write a book and sell it to people all across the world? Literally, like that wasn't in the monthly report in our dashboard. That type of stuff wasn't in. The type of stuff that was in there was, how many client calls did you take? What experience did you create for the client? You know what I mean? Like all that type of stuff. I can name, a million other things. What are your numbers like? What is your adherence like? How many days did you call out? And all that type of stuff. Like we weren't talking about writing a book and changing the world from the information I learned being in that environment. We weren't talking about that. We weren't talking about using social media as leverage to make a difference in the Black community. You know what I mean? That's where my mind was at the time, especially, during that time. This is when Trayvon Martin was happening. This is when Mike Brown, like all that stuff I'm seeing on social media. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, listen, I have a voice. I want to make a difference. I think economics or financial, being well financially, having an economic base in the community, I believe that may help more than protests and stuff like that. But people at work weren't talking about that. They ain't talking about that. They talking about you better get back to lunch at 1 o'clock before you're over your lunch, 2 minutes, and now we got to dock you. You know what I'm saying? So it was just, so for me, financial freedom just means that I have the ability to have enough money to be able to do what I want to do, to be able to make a difference in the world, to be able to change lives, to be able to spend more time with my family, stuff like that. But, for someone else, it just may mean having a good job, having a roof over my head, maybe buying a house, being able to give my kids, more than I actually had growing up. And that's fine. Some people, they want to be multi-millionaires like me, Of course, with me at the angle, like I said, financial freedom for me just means that. But I still, I want to grow $1 million business. I want to, be able to leave millions of dollars to my children. Some people, that's their ambition. And that's fine. That's fine. So, you know what I mean? So my whole thing is just think about what it means to you. A lot of people don't actually think about it. We just think about abstract numbers and stuff like that, or, of money, what we want to have, and one day I'll have this. But no, actually think about, like, realistically, what does financial freedom mean to you? And when you actually think about, lay down your bills and your expenses, it may not mean, $1 million or even 100,000. It may just mean making an extra, 10, 20, 30,000 a year, to be able to cover some extra bills or do extra things that you want. So I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments what financial freedom means to you. Let me your name and where you're from. And yeah, let's start this dialogue. Let me know what it means to you. And then if I can offer any ways to help you get to that, let me know. So I hope everybody's having a great day. Share this. Put your name and where you're from and what financial freedom means to you. Everybody have a great day.